Hey, good morning, guys. We've turned those lambs and kids back out on the Sudan grass now for, I don't know, a week or so, but I was just going to show you. Travis kind of thought of this idea to knock down where we're going to put our fence at to strip graze this. We've been dragging this semi-tire down back, and it gives us a path, and it knocks down quite a bit of feed, but they'll come back and eat it up. And you can see there's quite a bit of grain on these heads here too that they're eating now, and so it's making some really good feed. We've been grazing this, I don't know, a couple months now, and we've still got maybe 10 acres of this 30-acre field left to graze, so it's saved quite a bit of hay and feed costs so far this year. So this is what we've got here. I've showed you this before, but to string this wire out and put the post in there at the same time, you see how he's got on those extension cord rollers, and then he puts it out. As he's driving, he can put the post in. So that's how we put this. It's just a 2-wire polywire fence, and maybe one or two or a handful will get on the other side once they kind of eat the goodie out of this side, but most of them will obey it pretty well. They're not going anywhere, so it pretty much works for what we're doing here. And then what he's tied off to here is a 3-wire electric fence. Well, actually, I think only the top two is probably electrified right now, but he'll get the power off of that, just like that, with those one of those handles there he's got, and it's not hot now. And then he'll come and hook them in. You see how those work. So it doesn't take too long to run this out through there, and that'll be probably 3, maybe 4 days worth of feed there, because they've still got some back where we just moved them off of. What they'll do, they'll kind of go in there and they'll eat the best of it, and they'll knock it down, and then they'll come back and clean it up. There'll be some grain. You see here, there'll be some on the other side of the fence. That I'll pull this fence up here in a minute, and we can roll that polywire up with the same kind of system, just hooking a drill to those extension cord rollers. And here's the cover crop that I showed you throughout the summer there, and well, there's some sun hemp that froze off. See, and there's milo in here. We had some extra milo seed from one year, some sorghum Sudan, some millets. I can't even remember what all was in here, but it's been some pretty good winter feed and saved us a lot of hay and grain so far this year. So this is the way we roll that fence back up. It's on this same piece there that we got bolted on that cage there, and then run across here. Travis said make sure you run that wire over the top of the roller. It doesn't roll up as good and neat through the bottom. Puts bird nest in it. And it's just like anything, once you do it a few times, you kind of figure out the best way to do it, and no shortcuts, and it doesn't take it too long. Travis has it down to kind of an art and a science, really. I don't know, it may be close to a quarter mile there. It's pretty much a full roll of this poly wire here. It may not be quite a quarter mile. And the first time you do it, it's going to be a little, he's making it look easy, I'll just put it that way. But then after you do it a while, like I said, you kind of get the hang of it. So here's the new feed. Here's the wire. He's pulling that wire right now. Here's the last section here. Is where we drove down, pulled the tire through right here on the last section. And they'll come back through here and they'll eat some more of that. Here was the last section. See how they go through, and they can kind of knock it down. But if you look now, they're eating. They'll still eat this that's falling on the ground that they've knocked down. If you look close, I don't know if you can tell, there's still some milo grain down there for a little bit. They'll go back through and they'll eat that. And this is the previous trail right here where we had the fence. And then, so you can see that they've eaten a lot of that was down. And if you look out there, you can see they're out there and they're picking around on where we've had other, we give them other strips there. So as you walk back up to the first few strips we had, there'll be less and less of the forage and grain there on the ground that they've picked off. And there's even a corn cob. There's some corn mixed in here. They picked it all off. And so you see, this is, I don't know, 5 or 6 moves ago. There's less on the ground. They came back and ate more. And then this is the trail that we had made. This is the previous move. And again, now there's quite a little bit less on the ground, they went through and picked on that too. And so as we get back up the hill where we started them from, there's actually less and less forage on the ground as they picked it up. I think this cost us about $40 an acre to plant it. I mean, it wasn't cheap, but so the whole place cost us $1,200, let's just say. We put a little bit of fertilizer, maybe $500 worth of fertilizer on it, and but it saved us probably 3-4 times that much in feed costs so far, and we're not done. We got a few more weeks of feed left here, standing feed. So hey, it's something you might want to try if you have the opportunity. It's worked out well for us. Some things don't, some things do. Everything's an experiment, isn't it? Appreciate you guys tuning in. And I guess I'm supposed to say, hey, if you like this, give it a like or subscribe or whatever there you need to do. Thanks, guys.